Hey YouTube, Simple Life Prepper here, and today is Conspiracy Tuesday, and today's conspiracy is EMPs. I had somebody ask me what an EMP was, and so we're going to talk about that today. Stay tuned. EMP stands for electronic magnetic pulse, and I believe that in 2020 there will be an EMP that hits the United States somewhere, somehow. This is why I think so. Late last year, the DHS came out and said and told everybody to have 6 months of food supply stored in their house in case of an EMP. They came out and said that. They came out and said it twice. So that is the reason why I think there is going to be an EMP that hits the United States somehow, some way this year. So also they had... Also, President Trump signed an executive order trying to beef up our electric system and have it protected against EMPs. So all that happened last year, and so that's why I think that they think that there's going to be an EMP that hits the United States this year. I don't know if it's going to be our own government. I don't know if it's going to be a foreign government. I don't know where it's going to come from. I just know that I think that it's going to happen. It could be a naturally occurring EMP. Sometimes the sun can do an electric thing and it can destroy our electronics. So just so you know, it doesn't always have to be man-made. It could be naturally occurring in society. So either way, I believe that the government thinks that this is going to happen to us at some point. And what better year than this with everything that's already come on? I just feel like there's another shoe to drop and something else is going to happen and something else is going to come down the pike. So I really believe this. So anyway, I guess that doesn't make it a conspiracy for me because I think it's true. But it is a conspiracy because not all people think that. So anyway, that's where the conspiracy comes in. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you think that something more is going to come to the United States this year, or if this is just all coincidence that this is all happening. So that may be the conspiracy that we're talking about today. Do you think that everything that's happened in the United States this year has been a coincidence and just bad timing? Or do you think some of it has been pre-planned? I believe that some of it has been pre-planned. So anyway, how do you prepare for an EMP? Well, you try as much as possible to have some food stored at your house so that you can get by if there is no electricity, if you can't go shopping, if you can't get out, if you can't get money out of the bank. Make sure you have a little bit of cash on you in case you need it during the EMP. A good thing to do would be to have like a ham radio. I don't have one of those, but I have thought about it in the past. I just don't really know how they work, so I just really haven't gotten into it. But some form so that you can communicate once everything goes down and you're not able to communicate. I know that it's going to be really hard on society, and a lot of things are going to go really bad if that were to happen here in the United States really fast. So you might make sure that you have a place that you can go if that were to happen, someplace that is less populated than in town. Make sure you keep your cars full of gas all the time in case there's an EMP and you can't go to the service station and get gasoline. That's another thing to make sure that you have. Try to have, if you can, a generator at your house. That way you could keep your freezer going if the electricity went out or whatever you needed to power during that time. You could keep it going for a little bit if it doesn't get fried by the EMP, that is. So, but anyway, just think about different sources of what you could do for power if it went out. I know there's different ways to make a Faraday cage. That is a box that you can put things in and they would be protected against the EMP so that it doesn't fry the electronics that are inside that. I've even heard of that being used by using a freezer and taping it and making it sealed up somehow. So I've thought about trying that. I haven't tried it yet, but I have thought about trying that. Some of your vehicles won't work if they have computers. They say, although they kind of don't think that all cars will not run. Just some cars won't run. But anyway, it depends where the EMP comes from, if it's naturally occurring or if it's something that comes in from another foreign government as a way of attack or whatever. because I do believe that might be on the horizon, an attack from another country. There's just so much going on right now that we need to keep our eyes open about and everything. So those are the reasons why I believe all this stuff and the things that I have done to prepare. We have a generator. We have a little bit of solar power that we can use. We also have a little windmill that is not here at the house, but we could get access to it if we needed to. So just some ways of getting prepared. Make sure you have working flashlights, working lots of batteries, whatever you think would help you if the power went out and you didn't have electricity. What would you do? What would be the things that you would need? In our food storage, we have a lot of dry goods. So that means that they don't really require refrigeration. We have some canned meats, a lot of pasta, stuff like that. So none of that stuff is going to go bad if the electricity goes out. That's why I don't really rely heavily on having a stocked freezer. I do right now have quite a bit of food in my freezer, and I am planning on butchering a cow next year, but I don't have a lot of, I don't put a lot of stock in that, because one of the things that I think might be going to happen is an EMP. Me personally, I did not see a pandemic as being a destructive form of taking down our economy this year. That was not on my radar. I didn't really think much about a pandemic. I really never even really thought about it. But as far as an EMP goes, it's always been something that's in my mind. Especially once I heard the reports coming out of DHS about storing food and keeping food in your house and being prepared for it, then I started, and that they were trying to beef up our electricity system and all that. Then I got to where I was like, I better think about this. So it's always been one of the things. It's kind of a conspiracy because it's outside the realm of what you think is going to happen in society. So it is a conspiracy at this point until it happens. But with the cell towers going down yesterday and T-Mobile's having an attack, supposedly attack on their services, then it makes you think that people are trying to attack our system of communication and our grid, our electric grid. So just some things to think about and keep on the horizon and keep your mind open to, because you just never know what's going to happen in society today. This has been a very interesting year and it's not over yet. So I just really feel like there's more storms to come in the future. And so that's my Conspiracy Tuesday for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. I'm trying to grow my channel and it's been an uphill battle so far. So if you could just subscribe, that would be great, and it would help me out so much. And you don't even have to watch my videos, just subscribe. So anyway, I try to keep them interesting. We are working on what direction we want to go. If we want to make our weekly wrap up more like a segment that's throughout the week, like 3 times a week, but have it be shorter. We're just working on a whole bunch of things. So if you have any suggestions, put them down there, because I'm really trying here. It's a lot harder than you think to come up with stuff and to be interesting and to do things that people need to know about. I really think that prepping is important, because I really think that we have a lot of stuff coming at us right now, and you just don't know what's going to happen in society. And with our economy, you don't know what's going to happen. And if our economy goes down, it could get really bad really fast. So those are just the things that go on in my conspiracy mind all the time. So I know that I'm quite the conspirator. So anyway, forgive me for that. I enjoy doing the Conspiracy Theory Tuesdays because I enjoy that. So anyway, I'm trying to keep it on the realm of what I enjoy. So anyway, that is all that I have for today. And I will see you next time. Remember, keeping it simple is not the same as doing nothing.